welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different. I'm going to talk about anxiety. In particular, I'm going to talk about 3 books that I would highly recommend to anyone who suffers from anxiety or depression or both. I think that I might have touched on the fact that I have anxiety in some of my other videos just briefly, but I've never really gone into it, and I'm not really going to go into it too much in this video. I just more wanted to talk about the books. So the first one, I'm just joking, obviously not The Babysitter's Club, though I do recommend you read it if you want to. The first one is Complete Self-Help for Your Nerves by Dr. Claire Weekes. This one was a total game changer for me. So I've had anxiety for over 10 years now, and in the beginning I tried doctors, I tried medication, I tried psychologists, I tried psychiatrists, you name it, I tried it. I even tried acupuncture, a hypnotist, all that. None of it really helped me that much. I was really struggling, and this book by Dr. Claire Weekes was the first thing that really was a breakthrough for me. So I feel like quite a lot of books these days are kind of, it's not plagiarism, but I feel like they use this book or they use her basis for coming up with other kinds of theories. So I highly recommend this one as opposed to some of the other new, I'm not going to name names, but some of them basically just take her ideas. Claire Weekes was an Australian doctor. She was a medical doctor, but her work on anxiety was groundbreaking, and this book, it reads like even if you are in the absolute deepest depression or anxiety, you'll be able to read this book because it's so gentle and kind of soothing. It feels like it's speaking directly to you. And so she talks about the symptoms and what they are and what's going on in the body. And so I think early on in my anxiety, I was very confused about that. So to a large extent, the symptoms were like creating a feedback loop. The symptoms were making me more anxious and the anxiety was making more symptoms. So Claire Weekes, it's all sort of about breaking that cycle, breaking that loop. And her general kind of idea is facing, accepting, floating, and letting time pass. So I won't go into all of the details of what each of those means, but if you have anxiety or depression or panic or anything in that sort of realm, definitely this book. She has other books, and she also has DVDs and like audio recordings and stuff, but I feel like this book kind of encompasses all the best of the other stuff. So if you get one of the other books, there'll be bits of it in here. This is sort of the complete, pulled together, the best of the best in my opinion. I do also have, like I said, her audio recordings. I like to sometimes play them in the car if I'm nervous there, but I cannot recommend Dr. Claire Weekes highly enough. She is, if I was Catholic, I would say we should saint her. She is incredible. I don't know, is that the phrase? Saint her? Make her a saint, you know. She's incredible. She's probably, in my opinion, the best authority on anxiety and depression. Read it, it will make a huge difference to you. The second book that I want to talk about is You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. This is actually the most recent one that I've read, but I feel like it is another one that is a must read for anyone with anxiety or depression, or frankly any kind of physical or mental health issue, because she kind of covers the whole lot. Like, I know that sounds crazy, how could one book cover everything? But it sort of does. Like, her sort of way of thinking is that to a large extent we kind of create our own reality, and that sounds really harsh because someone with anxiety, and if people say, you know, it's you who's making it up or whatever, that is a really frustrating thing for people to say. But it's sort of about, you know, the things that we tell ourselves become our reality. So if I tell myself every time I get in the car I'm going to have a panic attack, then that's probably what's going to happen, because I'm in a way creating that reality. Does that make sense? Like, if I say to myself, I'm the kind of person who is always a nervous traveler, then I'm going to always be nervous when I travel. So she's sort of about affirmations, about flipping those things on their heads. And even if it doesn't feel right now, to kind of give yourself a more positive mindset. So instead of saying every time I get in the car I have a panic attack, I should say every time I get in the car, I have a wonderful experience. I have a smooth drive. I feel great, or whatever. Like, I'm still kind of new at this one, so maybe I said it wrong, but that's the kind of gist of it. It's about flipping your negative thoughts on their head and trying to replace them with more positive kind of thoughts. And hopefully over time, those thoughts become more of a part of your everyday sort of belief system, and then hopefully change your life. So she also does touch on physical problems, so physical illnesses that she links to states of mind. I won't go too much into that, but if you have any physical issues alongside of your mental health issues, this book is also absolutely for you. So once again, Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. All right, last one. This one is probably a little bit more fringy, some people might think. Personally, it's fine with me, but I highly recommend it anyway. It's called A Mind of Your Own by Dr. Kelly Brogan. Kelly Brogan was a psychiatrist. I don't know if she still currently is. I think she's sort of more doing other things now, but she was a medical doctor. And she used to just do all the standard things. She used to just prescribe medications to her patients and everything like that. But she kind of came to the conclusion that the medications weren't working and were maybe even causing harm. So this book is all about how you can deal with your anxiety, depression, or other kind of similar issues without medication. So this is all about lifestyle changes. It gives you a lot of background on the history of sort of depression and anxiety and how a lot of those medications were developed and how sort of they're not incredibly well proven. Like, the mind still isn't very well understood and they don't really understand how or if those drugs work. So I'm not throwing shade. If medication helps you, then you do you, like whatever works. But if it hasn't worked for you, or if you want to consider like not taking medication, you want to consider an alternate kind of path, check this one out. It is amazing, and it also made a huge difference in my life because some of the lifestyle changes that I made definitely had an impact on my anxiety. So I say all this and I'm not somebody who's come through the other side. So I'm recommending all these books as things that have helped me, have improved my kind of anxiety levels in general. I am still sort of struggling with it. I'm still working on it, but I feel like each of these 3 books has made a huge difference in my life. They've made more difference than doctors, psychologists, psychiatrists, any of those things combined. These 3 books have been kind of big aha moments for me. They've really helped me. So hopefully they can help you too. Okay, that's about it for this video. If you also have any recommendations for books or videos or anything that can help, please pop them down below and I'll check them out. I'm always interested in looking at other ones. I do have a few more, but these were my 3 kind of absolute must-have holy grail favorites. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more like this. I normally do genealogy videos, but I'm looking at broadening the content of this channel, so do give me feedback if you would like, and hit the subscribe button if you'd like more like this. I think I just already said that. I'm going in circles now. Alright, I hope you have a great day and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!